Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's keep up with the analysis of the euro currency. So currently, based on the performance, you can see it seems that everything stands just fine. So we talked about possible downward continuation, not only on the euro currency, on the Great British pound as well. And actually, targets that we have specified has been reached. So with this downward action, currently, today, actually, is kind of the holiday, is victory in the World War II. Its activity on the market might be lower in these two sessions, actually yesterday and today. So today is also on Friday, so I do not see a lot of things that we could do. So if you take a look, in general, on a daily chart, market stands in an area that we have specified. So 112, 112.50. We said that here might be some intraday bullish patterns and setups might be formed. And you can see this also previous tops here in euro currency, but market just has reached this level, so it needs some time to show the response, and that's the reason why it actually is nothing prepared yet for immediate trading, as on the daily chart and intraday charts as well. So on the fall time frame chart, you could see breakout, butterfly mostly completed. You could see that OP has not been reached quite a bit, so it's 1173, but this is a very well-known maybe trick of the market. When you see that when the downward action starts with some kind of the minor retracement before the major part of the acceleration happens, so some kind of the from the points of the wave analysis, maybe some kind of the third wave, and this is first wave, but I'm not really the big expert in Elliott waves, but idea and logic the same. Very often for a target setting, it's better to use this point because when you take the short position, you want to out with a high probability at the and the good points. And if you use this as an A point, you could see that the OP pips to pips has been completed. So market moves slightly lower. So here's 1199 and here's probably 1197. So with this spike down, it doesn't mean that the major A points OP will not be reached. It could be reached, but it might happen when you will be a bit after you will be a bit nervous. But then you start watching for a pullback, you do not know what to do with your position. You start regret that you haven't closed it here, and you start nervous that market shows the bounce. So it's not psychologically comfortable to deal with this. Although later, if you will be stubborn enough, you could see that probably market could return it back down, starting forming some pattern here. For example, if it will be hand shoulders, it might be shorter, then the head will be completed right at the OP, or butterfly, for example, minor butterfly on the 15-minute chart. This also might happen. But as I said, for purposes of the position closing, and when you set the target, it will be better to use nearest standing targets. It's just safer, and just keep your mentality calm in the trading process. So that's what we have currently on euro currency. On the hourly chart, I do not see yet a lot of things to do. These levels, of course, are not valid anymore because they were based on these lows. Currently, we have the new lows. Here, today, we need just to see what the reaction market will start forming here. Maybe some pattern will be formed. As you can see, some bounce starts, but it's just too few time passed since the moment of the completion of the OP. So we need market to give some time to react. And from that standpoint of view, at this point, well, I do not see many things to do. Of course, if you want, you could anticipate this reaction because you have the butterfly, and butterfly by itself is a reversal pattern. So its minimum target will be the 30% retracement. So probably market could retest this level somewhere around 112.65, slightly higher maybe. But as you understand, this is a bit risky because you will take position without any patterns on the back and just relying only on the butterfly. and suggesting that this will be the 30% retracement, somewhere around 113 area maybe. This is the only way that you could act if you want today. But our suggestion is it would be better to not actually take risk right in the last session of the week before the weekend and just wait for normal patterns that might be formed here right on Monday. Speaking about Great British Pound, here is everything also was really fine. So with this hand shortest pattern, market has completed the minimum target, the OP. It's from 32.25. But since you have here some acceleration, I'm not really very sure that this will happen, but very often when you see an acceleration, especially when you have a 127 head and shoulders as we have it here, it's not 1618, it's 127 when the shoulder stands closer to the head. And extension, 1618 extension down, will not be too extended compared to 1618 ratio pattern. So chances that market could try to reach the XOP is 131 still exist as well. Because here is the major driving factor for this downward action. It's not with the United Kingdom background. It's not some decision of the Bank of England yesterday. It's mostly a common agreement with the United States and United Kingdom on the tariffs and the mutual trade. So, and some other processes that support the dollar rising. Fed decision yesterday. So, from that standpoint of view, this could last a bit longer, and 131 is actually next level to consider if you would like to hold this position. But in general, the minimum target of the hand shorts already is completed. So mostly by the ladder, this pattern mostly is completed. So if market reverse up and just jump, it will not be the failure. It will be just different, isolated action after the pattern has been done. So that until what we have. Let's keep watching.